Big story we're tracking, a very tragic accident that's taken place in Gujarat's Morbi, where a bridge collapsed. It was a British era bridge that collapsed just a week after renovation. At least 130 people have died in this bridge collapse. Search teams have rescued around 177 people who had fallen into the river. 19 were severely injured, and rescue operations are still underway by 6 teams of the NDRF, 1 SDRF team, 2 teams from the Army and 1 each from the Navy and the Air Force. The local administration has also constituted 9 teams for the rescue. Now, the suspension bridge, which is 200 kilometers from Ahmedabad, collapsed at 6:42 p.m. When around at least 400 to 500 people had congregated on the bridge to perform rituals in connection with the Chhat Puja. And people, you could see videos from the spot which showed many people inside the water struggling to reach the bank. It was also dark at that time. Many dead are women and children. There you can see the bridge just after it had collapsed, with people clinging on to the bridge. It is a suspension bridge, a cable bridge, and at least 400 to 500 people were on it at the time of collapse. You can see those visuals just after the bridge had collapsed, and people just hanging on to the bridge as it has fallen into the water. At least 130 people have died in this terrible accident. The cable bridge, this cable bridge in Morbi, is nearly 150 years old. As we said, it's a very popular tourist spot. It had been closed, in fact, for 7 months for renovation, and it had been opened just a few days ago on the 26th of October, the Gujarati New Year. It was a private firm, the contractor Oreva, that was entrusted with the repair work. And now it's also emerging is that the Oreva group had not taken a fitness certificate from the local authorities before reopening the bridge. That is what the local municipal body's chief has told NDTV. A special team also has been formed to probe the matter. That is what the Gujarat Home Minister said. Home Minister Amit Shah has also given his condolences. And let's just listen in to what the Home Minister has said, as well as some of the eyewitness statements.
ये घटना बनते ही शाम को 8 बजे ये ब्रिज के मैनेजमेंट टीम और इसकी व्यवस्था में जो कोई लोग हैं उस पे दफा 304, दफा 308 और 114 के मुताबिक केस दर्ज किया गया है।
अपनी जान गंवाई है। वो दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण हादसे में अपनी जान गंवाने वाले सभी लोगों के परिवारजनों के प्रति मेरी संवेदना व्यक्त करता हूं, और वो सभी मृतकों के प्रति ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता हूं कि इनकी आत्मा को चिर शांति मिले।
टोटल डेथ का आंकड़ा है, ये खरेखर खूब दुखद अवसान हुआ है, और इस दुखद अवसान के अंदर अभी तक 141 लोगों की डेथ हो चुकी है, 2 व्यक्ति अभी तक मिसिंग है।
अभी तो काम बहुत जोर से चल रहा है, लेकिन ये घटना 6:30 बजे घटना घटी है। तो 6:30 बजे ये पुल जो टूटा, तो अभी दिवाली का माहौल था, तो दिवाली में क्या है, सब गेस्ट लोग यहाँ आते हैं, तो ये घूमने की बहुत अच्छी जगह थी, तो सब घूमने आए थे। बहुत छोटे छोटे बच्चे थे साथ में लेके। तो अभी जो घटना में अभी 60 का तो डेड बॉडी निकल चुका है मोरबी सिविल हॉस्पिटल में, तो ज्यादातर छोटे लोग ही थे, बच्चे ही थे।
सभी एक के ऊपर एक, थोड़ा पुल के अंदर ज्यादा लोग होने की वजह से, टूटने की वजह से ये घटना हुई है।
सर, ये क्या पुल बंद था फिर चालू किया गया था, क्या है पूरा मामला?
नहीं, ये चालू ही था, लेकिन आज संडे था ना, इसकी वजह भीड़ की वजह से ये हादसा हुआ है, क्योंकि आज संडे का दिन था और बच्चे लोगों की छुट्टी थी, और दीपावली की छुट्टियों का माहौल चल रहा है अभी, क्योंकि घूमने के लिए आए हुए थे, सभी फैमिली साथ में थे करीब।
All right, so that is what one of the eyewitnesses had to say. This is in Morbi over the Machu River where this bridge collapsed, and it was a suspension bridge, a cable bridge, as that eyewitness was saying, that it was still, part of the post-Diwali festivities. Children had holidays, so people were out in great numbers. 400 to 500 people were on this bridge at the time of collapse, with 130 people at least having died in this terrible accident. It's a more than a century-old bridge that had gone in for a revamp. It was reopened just on the 26th of October, the Gujarat New Year, the Gujarati New Year, after it was shut for 6 months. And a private contractor, Oriva, had been entrusted with the repair work. Now questions are being raised whether they had got the go-ahead from the municipality to open the bridge, but obviously local authorities would have been aware that the bridge had reopened. Let's go across to Tanushi now, who joins us from there. And Tanushi, a terrible accident, and 130 people have lost their lives. Rescue operations continuing. Tell us what's happening there right now.
That's right. It's one of the most unfortunate incidents that not just the state of Gujarat, but the entire country has, witnessed. And last night we have been reporting online, but 30 people are.
You can see right behind me, the rescue operations are on. Army, Navy, Air Force, SDRF, all the rescue teams and all the units, of our defense are on the ground. They have swung into action from last night. I will tell you, more than 100 people are admitted in hospital with severe injuries. 130 are already declared dead. There were about 400 to 500 people, so there are still hundreds of people who are unaccounted for. The search is on, but the rescue team is telling us that, whoever would have been alive have already been rescued. So they have all lost all hopes, and they are saying they are trying to now only recover the dead bodies. Now you can see and take an idea, of the kind of depth this sea has. And you can also see the bridge. It was quite at a height, and when the bridge collapsed and the people fell in the sea, most of them also lost their consciousness and drowned. So that is also one of the reasons why people, lost their lives and they have now died. It's definitely one of the most unfortunate incidents. And as we reported last night, that the private company which got the government tender to renovate this particular bridge, the company opened it for public on 26th of October. That company did not have a fitness certificate from the government and from the concerned authorities. The municipal corporation chief of Morbi has told us on record that Oreva Group, which got the government tender to renovate this particular bridge, did not get a quality check, did not get a certificate, a fitness certificate, which they were supposed to get before opening the bridge for the public. So that's a major loop, and it calls for criminal negligence. This kind of incident could easily have been averted, but only because of the criminal negligence of the authorities. 130 people have lost their lives. So the big question is, who is going to take responsibility for the loss of so many lives?